Hey, what's up, team? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology. This video is on New Year's resolutions and a little way that you can bring cognitive functions into it and hopefully make your year a better year. I did some of this last year. I'm still working with it a little bit to try to find the best way to ask the questions I need, the novel questions that I need to make my year better. So I'm going to still be doing that, but I wanted to give you a little heads up and give you some ideas that you can start thinking about because we're almost out of time in life. I'm just kidding. But 2018 is approaching very soon. I have some notes right here, and I'm going to talk about the cognitive functions themselves a little bit, giving some new ways of looking at it, perhaps some different ways of looking at it, as I always try to do, and how you can summarize those into one word or a short phrase and use that to guide you throughout the year. So you're going to have to remind yourself to do this. You're going to have to continuously ping those ideas back and forth so that you actually make it a habit to think about them. But I do feel that it's helpful. It helped me a lot last year. This 2017, I guess this year, 2017 has been the most productive year of my life, and I've really turned around a lot of stuff within myself and in the outer world as well. So I'm going to keep working at that, and I hope that you do the same in your own way. So here we go. Let's start with sensing. So this is the physical aspects, and you can think of them as being in two different worlds. So first, start out thinking about your previous experiences with both of these. So in 2017, what has your environment been like? What have you struggled with? What's helped you out? What's been good? What's been bad within the environment? And then in 2018, how can you create a better environment for yourself? It could be cleaning this awful mess over here that you can't see. Haha. If you're going to the introverted sensing side, it's what memories did you make? What traditions did you start? What even habits did you create that were helpful and were not so helpful? We're going to do that for pretty much all of these. Helpful, not so helpful. And then how can you improve those for the next year? What little habits, what little things can you put in play to create better memories, create a more stable environment? So you see how they're connected, they're both sensing. So if you just want to think of the physical world, that's fine too, of course. What kind of ways can you create better memories and more stable realities in 2018 that are going to carry out into the future? All right, so the next one, let's just go with intuition, which is a little bit more difficult, as you would expect from intuition, but here we are. I've been considering this the spiritual world, or the energy world. It doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual as in like religion or whatever. Energy in general. If you think about intuition, let me read this. Hold on. If my fingers work. Intuition is acquiring knowledge without proof, evidence, or conscious reasoning. So if you're thinking of intuition as the spiritual realm, it's the underlying currents that are going on underneath that physical world. So I think that fits really well. But the desire for extroverted intuition is to create ideas. So it is the world of ideas. And the desire for introverted intuition is realizing insights. It's the world of insights. So extroverted intuition, you want to think about in 2017, what did you create? What new things did you create that shook up the world a little bit, shook up your world? The ideas that you had, the memes that you created, that you shared with other people, what were those? and what were the good ones and the bad ones. I feel that I had a lot of good ideas from 2017, and I had some that were more like just pits that I fell into and was trying to think my way out for a long time, and it didn't really work out too well. So I'm going to try to get rid of some of those and try to improve on the other ones. And being consciously aware of what we are unconsciously realizing is pretty difficult, but it's something to constantly remind yourself of. And if you can improve on creativity, you can improve on your extroverted intuition in the most basic way. So if you think of, for example, like whenever I walk into a room, I'm going to pick two objects and compare them, and then two different objects and contrast them. And just that simple exercise in creativity is going to help you get better at that. And then so introverted intuition, like I said, the world of realizations and insights. How do you actually set things up so that you can realize them and have aha moments? It's not easy. For me, I've used a lot of binaural beats, things like that, things to calm my mind and to let it go where it wants to go with just a little bit of stimulation, just enough so that I can actually go into introverted intuition, go into that Zen-like state, and try to follow these insights to see where they're going to go. And then when I'm ready, I can write them down and continue with that. 2017 has, I've had a lot of them, and I've missed out on a lot of them because I don't take action on them quick enough. I don't put them into reality. NISE, it's a matter of you have the insight, but then if you just play with the insight and don't actually turn it into a tangible reality, then it's not as good as it could be, let's just say, right? So that's the spiritual side. And then going to the judging functions, let's do the mental realm. You have extroverted thinking, which is about planning, making plans, measurements. So in 2017, how were you at planning? Did you set things up? Did you actually chart your progress through things? This is something that I feel that I did really well in 2017, at least for the first half of it. I started out really strong using Trello. It's a nice app, a nice program, and I plotted out my year and the things in 2016 that I accomplished. You're looking for accomplishments here, things to make you feel good, right? So you do that for 2016, then 2017, it was like, what am I going to do, and how am I going to get there, and plot it out, put numbers and stuff to it. So I'm going to do that again for 2018 because I've reached different higher levels than I had before with my productivity, and productivity is about producing things. So having a plan, going through it, breaking it down to quarterly goals and then monthly goals and then weekly goals and weekly updates on how well you did and the things that were good, the things that were bad, what could have been improved, what did you not do that you said you were going to do, things like that. Really, if you can plot that out, us INFPs, you're going to get a lot more work done. You're going to be a lot more productive. And going into the introverted thinking, the introverted mental realm, is about analyzing and defining. I think something that is very powerful is to name things. And this sounds a little silly, but I had a couple different names, couple different words rather, that I really stuck to last year. My kind of words of the year, I guess you could say. And I always was trying to redefine the names of the cognitive functions and the classes and things like that. If you've been in this channel for a while, you know what I'm talking about. The strategic commander and innovative gunner and all this other stuff. But so that's something that's really helped me. And also just thinking of, for me and my cognitive function stack, introverted feeling, I chose to be the word serve, which sounds weird. It doesn't sound as introverted feeling as it does extroverted feeling, but to me it was about, I know who I am now. I'm at a position that I'm confident and certain in myself, so I'm able to serve other people, and that is going to bring the bigger benefit to my life and the world. So serve. And then extroverted intuition was create. Just be as creative as possible. Constantly start making new things, and don't stop. Don't get lazy. And introverted sensing is my tertiary function, and the word for that was, I believe it was protect. I like the idea of introverted sensing being the protecting side of things, and it could be protecting myself from harm and protecting myself from doing things that I'm afraid of in the negative sense, or it could be protecting other people and trying to create a stable world for everybody else, and do what needs to be done, do my duty in order to help other people and create, I keep saying create, but and make a more reliable foundation for my life and for the life of people in my life. The last one, extroverted thinking, the word I had was produce. It was productive. I'm pretty sure it was productive. And it was, I would wake up constantly and be like, how can I be more productive today? And what did I do today or yesterday? And how can I try to improve them? And, we all miss some days, and that's fine. Just try not to miss too many, and be aware of when you are slacking off and when you are protecting yourself from taking those leaps that you need to better yourself. So that was a little ramble there. Sorry about that. And the last one, the emotional world, the emotional realm. You have extroverted feeling, which is about relationships, unifying people, cohesiveness. And so if you think about your relationships, how did you do in 2017 with relationships? Did you burn more bridges than you should have? Did you make new friendships and get a partner? Or did you connect people that should be connected, like playing connect the dots with all your friends? Like, hey, you have something in common with this person. You two should meet up. That's a very nice thing that you can do that kind of works on the extroverted feeling side of things, unifying people. And the next one, introverted feeling, it's the world of values. So did you define your values in 2017? Do you know how you feel about all these specific things? If you didn't, you might want to do that. And especially if you're an introverted feeler, that's something that's very important. But I do feel that it's important for everybody to understand your values and your beliefs and where those came from. Was it from a family situation? Was it from a past experience? And is it still serving you into the next year? So there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to work on. But if you just take the four dichotomies, the 8 cognitive functions, and you really just look into each one and question yourself about how well did you use it? How much did it mess you up? How could you improve that next year? And maybe set up some systems so that you won't fail. So if you think about where you want to be and then work backwards to try to eliminate the obstacles that will cause you to fail, you'll likely succeed. All right, so that's the end of this video. I hope that it was informative. I hope that it was helpful. I know it's been kind of more lax lately with these videos. I'm just trying to produce more and still share these insights more often instead of working on refining all of them perfectly before I share them. Because I feel that a lot of these can be helpful even if they're not as structured. So I'm trying to balance that out a little bit more. So let me know down below if you have any comments or questions, any tips and techniques, anything that's worked for you in 2017 that's going to help other people make a better 2018. So let me know and let other people know, because it's really important that we all work together on this, all right? So keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.